আমরা এখন আজকের নিউজগুলো দেখে নেব। তো আজকে বিজনেস স্ট্যান্ডার্ড নিউজ পেপারটা আজকের, তো এটা ফেসবুক পেজ দেখতে পাচ্ছেন। এটা আমার ফেসবুক পেজে লাইক আছে, তো এখানে আমরা দেখতে পাবো আজকের নিউজগুলো। তো ফার্স্ট নিউজ যেটা, তো 7,000 farmers and 15,000 families and 16,000 people are already on the list of losers for the Russia's 1.08 trillion bullet train project. So it is our bullet train. So bullet train faces Godrej red signal as farm moves court against acquisition of land in Mumbai. So next is Reliance Industries chalks out inventory roadmap for e-commerce space. So Reliance Industries Limited, here you can see it is our company. So Reliance Industries Limited will be able to use its 7,500 stores, 350 million customers, 215 million Geo users competition for Flipkart and Amazon in India. Okay. So next, Nifty firm set up for blockbuster quarter commodity prices to boost top line. So, so here ONGC Limited expected to be the single biggest contributor to Nifty. Nifty's incremental earnings growth, followed by Coal India Limited, Tata Steel. So it is so here is South Korea. So adverse tweaking of South Korea's CEPS stares at India as President Moon Jae-in arrives in India. So President Moon Jae-in arrives in India. So South Korea imposes 630% duty on Indian sesame while importing 24,000 tons a year from China at zero duty. Therefore, India is demanding some tweaks on policies. So, upset over free trade proposals, David Davis resigns as Brexit minister. Okay, it is a minister, David Davis, Brexit minister. Brexit means Britain exists. So from European Union. So David Davis was particularly critical of the proposal for a common rule book to allow free trade in goods, saying this saying this hands control of large swathes of our economy to the European Union. Flipkart eyes non-metros and smaller cities for fashion for business purposes. So it is our Flipkart, Indian company, I think. Okay, over 80 dead, dozens of others missing in torrential rising in Japan. So here you can see. So here you can see 2 million people, nearly 2 million people, and here evacuation orders are in place, nearly 2 million people, and landslide warning have been issued in several districts. So next, so politics beyond deep states, who and what matters in Pakistan elections. So it is so Bilawal Bhutto from Pakistan People's Party has described Nawaz Sharif as Modi ka yaar and has promised to go to any extent to respond to Indian aggression. Xiaomi down 2.9% after raising 4.9 USD billion in biggest tech float in 4 years. So they are enjoying now because it is down 2.9% after raising 4.9 billion in biggest tech float. The weak trend pricing values the firms at about USD 54 billion, almost half its original and 100 billion ambition earlier this year. Me. Satyarup Siddhanta becomes the second Indian to climb world's highest volcano. It is important. So सत्यरूप सिद्धांता बहुत ही अच्छे मान इंसान है. सेकेंड हाइस्ट वॉल्कानो पे, नॉट माउंटेन पे. Okay, such a passion for climbing that Satyarup did not think twice before leaving his regular job to make his first attempt at scaling Everest in 2015. Okay, mining bans. Mining ban turns Goa into minefield. Panikkar to meet PM Modi soon. So it is a mining area, Goa. So will Narendra Modi bring in an amendment to settle the ban issue, especially when these are trying times for the Bharatiya Janata Party, BJP? So UK court entitled to take assets in my name can't go a step beyond Malaya. Malaya इंडिया से इंडिया থেকে টাকা নিয়ে চলে গেছে 10,000 কোটি लोन लिए. So there is no question of being homeless because at the end of the day they are entitled to take my assets in my name, said Malaya, whose family lavish residences were not in his name. UK court entitled to take assets in my name can't go step beyond Malaya. Okay, so it is. So child lifting rumors cause 69 mob attacks, 33 deaths. Okay, in last 18 months. আমাদের 18 মাসে লাস্ট 18 মাসে প্রায় 30 জন মারা গেছেন এই মোব ভায়োলেন্সে. মানে একজন ফোন করে দিল হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে, এটা শেয়ার করে দিল, সবাই মানে হয়তো 500 জন একসাথে আবার চলে এলো হোয়াটসঅ্যাপে, যারা দেখতো তারা 500 জন একসাথে জমা হয়ে একজনকে মারছে, মানে তাকে মেরে ফেলছে. তো এটা একটা খুবই বড় ভায়োলেন্স, এটা আমাদের রুখতে হবে. তো অনেক মানুষ মারা গেছেন, কিন্তু লাস্টে দেখা গেল সে নির্দোষ ব্যক্তি যে মারা গেছেন. ঠিক আছে, মানে চাইল্ডকে মানে এটা কী করে হয়েছে না, মানে শিশুদেরকে চুরি করে নিয়ে গিয়ে বিক্রি করে দেওয়া হচ্ছে, যার ফলে এখন মানুষ সন্দেহের বসে এটাকে যে কেউ হয়তো চুরি করেনি তার নামই হয়তো ছড়িয়ে তাকে মেরে দেওয়া হচ্ছে. এটা একটা বড় ভায়োলেন্স হচ্ছে. সো এখানে আমরা দেখতে পাবো এভাবেই অনেক 38 জনকে মারা হয়েছে. আচ্ছা, মার্কেটস লাইভ জুন কোয়ার্টার আর্নিং economic data rupee in focus this week. So investors, we bring our today's stock market updates on how the benchmarks indices will perform and what might affect it. So Gov MSP moves a political gimmick for simultaneous polls, says Congress. Did the Gov hike MSP by player calculation methods? All India Kisan Sabha leader says MSP increases every trial of Modi's proposal and that the government is hoodwinking farmers. India needs specific anti-fake news laws to curb spread of misinformation. So since WhatsApp does not have servers in India and traders data to the United States, it is not bound by Indian laws. Now the world tackles fake news and what India should do. Bullet train project. Godrej moves courts against land acquisition in Mumbai. Okay, so here we discussed it before. So Supreme Court may have given its verdict, but Center Aam Aadmi Party tussle is still far from over. So So here you can see Arvind Kejriwal. Okay, Aam Aadmi Party MLA says that center wants Arvind Kejriwal government to remain embroiled in legal matters, and that the LG only wants to waste the time of the elected government. Okay, Nifty Farms set blockbuster quarter commodity prices to boost top line. So it is okay, ONGC Limited expected to be the single biggest contributor to Nifty's incremental earning growth, followed by Coal India Limited, Tata Steel. Okay, read stories like this and more when you subscribe to Business Standard Premium. Also here it's not important. So a 25 years scorecard: how mutual funds have emerged as an important investor avenue. So petrol diesel prices up again. What you will have to pay in top cities today? এটা বলছে কত টাকা আপনারা পে করছেন, 80 থেকে 85 টাকা, কোথাও কোথাও 69 থেকে 70 পয়সা পার লিটার ও ইনক্রিজ হয়েছে পয়সা। তো হ্যাভ গান, তো এখানে আমরা দেখছি নিচ্ছে পেট্রোল ডিজেল। Singapore announced GST rate hike decision 3 years in advance and would take place between 2021 to 20 and 2025. Just imagine it if such moves is made in India, how industry lobbying will lift in intensity. Intensify. Singapore announced করছে GST rate hike decision 3 quarters in advance and would take place between 2021 and 2025. Just imagine if such a move is made in India, how industry lobbying will intensify. So here you can see GST. Remember Republic with furnishing mobs for political gains harms today's India. Okay, distant neighbors. You can change friends but not neighbors. As the PM enters the first lap of his term, today's B said it evaluates whether India's relation improved with any of its neighbors. As govt bond yield dry up, central bank ramp up their risk taking. The days of plain old bonds and gold are over. Now central bank reserves managers typically wake up in the morning, okay, figuring out how to avoid losing money. So amidst all the hoopla, GST problem remains. NCLT dismisses Ministry's PLIA rules in favor of Tata Sons. Key points here you can see. দুজনের মধ্যে এখন মতবিরোধ দেখা যাচ্ছে, মানে আগেও তো দেখেছি আমরা। তো গ্যাংস্টার মুন্না Bajrangi killed inside UP prison. Gangster Munna Bajrangi killed inside UP prison. Jogi suspend 4 officials. The 51-year-old criminal was slaughtered 10 times and then his body was dumped into gutter inside the prison premises. Prices fast and slow. We project Sasakt several steps beyond backwards. So here you can see for bad loans, handling bad loans by government banks. There is no clarity on to how and why this will be different from the futile efforts of the last 4 decades. Okay, so here is Taj Mahal. बहुत अच्छा है. Okay, the court says the historic Taj Mahal is one of the 7 wonders of the world, so it should be kept in mind that no namaz will be offered there. There are other places where one can do that. ওকে, এখানে নামাজ পড়তে না বলছে আমাদের সুপ্রিম কোর্ট, কেননা এখানে অনেক মানুষ টুরিস্টরা আসে, তো তো এটা একটা আমাদের সাতটা আশ্চর্যের মধ্যে একটা আশ্চর্য, তাই করতে পারে নামাজ, তো একটু দূরে করতে বলেছে, এটাই আর কি। তো এখানে জানি না কি রায় হবে, সুপ্রিম কোর্ট বলেছে। তো this stock has jumped 104% in 2018 after surging 220% in 2017 in FPI buying. We improved the GST regime. What India can learn from island nation Singapore? Improve the GST regime. Okay, তো এখানে আমরা সিঙ্গাপুরে জিএসটি লঞ্চ করেছে। Singapore announced GST rate hike less than 3 years in advance and would take place between 2021 and 2025. Just imagine, okay, to such a move is made in India, how industry lobbying will intensify. India does not need a new retail FDI policy, it needs to scrap existing ones. Okay. So here in a world that is facing unprecedented challenges to free trade, it would help India if retailers such, a, such as Walmart and even Alibaba take off India's cause. The Delhi gang rape, as Supreme Court rules to on review petitions today. Here is a timeline. Okay, Supreme Court. Okay, after 5 years, Supreme Court will finally announce its verdict in 2021 Delhi gang rape case today. Here is a timeline events in the case leading up to this day. Nawaz Sharif, from being establishment's pawn to becoming its victim. Nawaz Sharif's date with destiny. After being sentenced to prison, Sharif and his daughter are set to return to Pak on July 13 as the establishment tries to finish off their political careers. Those with a finally history of cancer should buy a stand-alone cover. Suffering from endless career history in your family. Again, real versus real. Okay, so the politics behind the real life and crimes of Sanjay Dutt. Why this ED moved court? Heartlanders effort to recover dues from Malia. So another news, I think schools hearts trend Deloitte as heavy rain continue to better Mumbai. मुंबई में बहुत ज़्यादा बारिश हो रहा है। यहाँ पर এখানে স্পেস এক্স নতুন লঞ্চ করেছে সাবমেরিন, তো প্যাসিফিক প্যালিসাইডস, the frame grab from video tweeted by Elon Musk shows a teeny kid-sized submarine being tested in a pool at Palisades Charter High School Sunday, July 8 in Pacific Palisades. Musk's SpaceX rocket company tested the submarine that could potentially help rescue the remaining children and their coach trapped in a flooded cave in Thailand. Sectoral outlook for Q1 financial year 19. Which are the 5 sectors to watch out? FIFA World Cup finals, you can see who are winner, who is winner. So next, how now? Now you can send messages with stickers, emails from web. Know how to do it. Procter & Gamble faces Godrej red signal as firm moves court against acquisition of land in Mumbai. So we complete it. Cyrus Mr. Appeal to appeal in NCLT order dismissing his flag against Tatason. Center okay with streaming court proceedings live. Supreme Court asked guidelines. Railways waterproof plan. Mumbai local can now run in 12 inch. 12 inch জল জমে গেছে. So thank you cover now all topic today's.